It's a beautiful morning here in Speyside. I can never hide my love for being here at this time of the year. The countryside is awash with spring colours, and the scent of the coming summer fills every inch of field and forest. The air is fresh and clean and encourages my enthusiasm and desire to be here. I know this is going to be a great day. The river gleams and shimmers in the morning sun as it meanders and tumbles through the surrounding countryside. The reflecting light off the surface hides what's beneath. It's dark, almost mystical. What secrets does it hold today in its pools and runs? I'm fishing today on the famous Tulchan Estate's bay beat. The Spey is in fantastic condition for late spring, and the height and clarity are perfect for enticing late-running springers. Tulchan's a middle Spey beat downstream from Grantown on Spey. Despite being some way from the saltwater, the salmon will be running hard through the lower beats in this height of water. Hopefully they'll choose to slow to a rest in the pools of Tulchan today, and I'll have a chance to encourage one of them to my fly. It can be a fine line between success and failure, and despite my enthusiasm, I'm not under any illusion as to what the day may or may not bring. I head up towards the top of the beat to fish the Northbank of the stone pool. It's a road I've taken many times. I pass some of the lower pools of Tulchan Bay. Each holds special memories for me. The boat, a site of many battles with the salmon lying there. Some won, many lost. I pass the broom pool. It's at an enticing height. From the shallowy streamy neck to the larder at the tail, the salmon could be lying anywhere, waiting to pounce on a fly swung at just the right pace, at just the right depth. It's a tempting pool for sure. And now the old woman, probably the most underrated pool on the beat. Always lightly fished, and always worth a cast or two. Arrive at last at the stone pool. This is a long yet simple pool in structure, and its light shingle provides an easy cast from the Northbank. The pool, named after the most obvious of lie indicators in the whole river, will hold fish the season long. The flow from the fast tail of the George pool above slows quickly as it enters the stone pool. The water glides lightly through the pool at a steady pace, and a deep trench in the furthest third provides shade and safety for resting salmon in its deep lies. The water picks up pace in the lower part of the pool, and it's here in the turbulence I expect the fish to be lying. I make my way into the pool and ready my line and fly. I'm not seeing any fish moving, but this of course doesn't mean they aren't here. In my experience, fish tend to be more visible when they enter the pool, but quieten down in the lies if they decide to take a rest here. I'm fishing today with a full floating line and a 14-foot rod. I've tied on a Gledswood Shrimp and a size 12 double. This is a fly I tend to fish a lot this time of the year. I like yellow flies in the peaty water of the Spey, and I've had some good success over the years, so I'm fishing it today with a bit of confidence. I send out casts to try and cover as much of the pool as I can, and I work my way slowly down the pool. This is a perfect height for the stone, and my anticipation is rising with every cast. I know from past experiences that around the opposite stone and below it is a famous taking point, and with each step I'm getting closer. As my line straightens and my fly swings over the lies just under the surface, I brace for a connection. The speed and direction of the fly will be putting any fish in the pool on edge. The pace of the water is picking up, and the fly will be darting under the surface. I'm hoping it will prove irresistible to any salmon lying here in the stone pool. But one thing is for sure, a salmon can't be rushed. I need to take my time and be ready should an opportunity present itself. A fly has come round and just tailing towards the dangle, and there it is, a decent take, and I can feel the weight immediately, so I know it's turned. What a great start to the day. The fish has taken the fly in the area below the large stone on the far bank, just where I was hoping I would find one. It's run a long way, so I have a lot of line to recover to get it close under control. There is a risk of slack in the system with a lot of line out, particularly if the fish changes direction and decides to run upstream fast. I work hard to get as much line back as I can before this fish decides its next move. It's quite deep in there, and the fish has probably come a fair way to get the fly, so it must have really wanted it. I don't think there can be any better feeling of satisfaction than the take of a fly by a salmon. To entice a fish that has ceased feeding since entering the fresh water is a fantastic experience. I make my way in towards the bank to find a good spot to bring it in when it's ready. I'll just take my time and play the fish at its own game. If it wants line, you can have it, else I'll recover as much as I can as quickly as I can. It's playing hard and fighting against the drag on the reel. It's pushing upstream, and I can see it on the surface as it twists and turns trying to break free. The simplicity of the stone pool makes playing fish a relatively easy task. There's really nowhere for it to go, and the wading is very easy. It's an anxious time, because when they start rolling on the surface like this, there's unfortunately a good chance it will dislodge the hook. I pay out some line to try to calm it down a little, but it doesn't seem to be helping. No one really knows for sure why they take flies in fresh water, but I've been told it's a memory recall from feeding at sea. Personally, I think it's just sheer aggression when the fly comes too close to their comfort zone and they just lunge at it. I'll just keep guiding it towards me and grab it when it comes close enough. Looks to be about the 10-pound mark. That was quite quick. Oh, spoke too soon. It's woken up, and it's away again, and it's really not happy. This fish is strong and pulling really hard. The click and pawl style reel really lends itself well to this kind of situation. I can respond and apply and release the drag pressure quickly when needed. It's thrashing and turning. I'm really hoping it's well hooked. I'm starting to get really worried now. I thought it was done there, but it's pushed out away from me again and heads downstream and the fight continues. This is what I call the standoff peaty in the fight. Neither of us wants to give an inch, so it's a steady fight. A wrong move here and I'll lose this fish, so we need to stay focused and not make a costly mistake. This is a fine fish, and it's not giving up easily. I feel it stop, and I immediately recover line to the reel. It keeps coming in and it seems like it's had enough. Here it comes. I think I'll get it here. Oh, I had a hold of it, but it felt my hand on its tail and it's off again. Managed to get it in close again, but I'm not going to try to grab it this time. It's not done, so I'm just going to have to be patient and work with this fish some more. I keep tight into it and only give it a little line. I'm pushing it to tire quickly, but this fish has other ideas. It takes a lot of line again and charges off downstream. The problem with this type of pool is it's impossible to beach a fish, so I'll have to play this one out and get it by the tail when it's ready. It's turning on the surface, and looks at times done, but it's still got strength in it. This is going to be a waiting game as always. The longer it's on, the higher risk of losing it, but I'm not going to panic. I'm confident the hook is well set, and I'll just continue to play it on its own terms for now and push to tire itself out. It responds as expected, and pulls some line to try to get away from me and back to the safety of the deeper water. But I'm not going to let it run far now, and I hold it harder against the reel to keep it at bay, but it still pushes back out. What a strong fish this is turning out to be. I decide to get rid of my stick in case it gets in the way when the time comes. I don't need any distractions when the fish is ready to be landed. I put a lot of pressure on it this time. I keep the line tight and lift the rod to maintain tension. It's done now, and I just need to get hold of it. There it is. I'll tell you, for the size of it, that was an unbelievable battle. Let's get the rod out of the way and have a look at it. You can see where the Gledswood is on the bottom jaw, and now that I see that, I know I've been lucky to get this fish. I was hoping it was in the scissors, but it's not. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. It's landed. This is an older fish. Definitely been in a few weeks and it's lost its bright flanks, but still has a bit of silver in it. I'm not complaining at all, of course. I'm absolutely delighted to get it. It's been through a lot with this fight, so I'll need time to recover. It's going to be okay. Some fish just need more time to regain their strength. Considering the fight this one put up, it's not surprising it needs extra time. It seems ready to go now, so we point it upstream and feel the power coming back in. It won't be long and it'll be away. There it goes. Fabulous to see them head off back to the water. They're so precious, and we can't afford to lose even one of them.